All right, Shalom. First, I'd like to start by saying all praise to Yahweh, Bahashemi, Hawashai, Bahashemi Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. As you can see, the title of this video is Haitian Chef Speaks Out on Devastation Following 7.2 Magnitude Earthquake on CBS News. So I'm going to play the clip.
The death toll is growing exponentially after a powerful earthquake hit western Haiti Saturday morning. As of Sunday afternoon, Haitian officials confirmed more than 700 people dead and thousands more injured. But experts warn those numbers could grow as reports come in from around the island. The epicenter of the 7.2 magnitude earthquake hit about 70 miles west of the Haitian capital, Port-au-Prince. The nation's prime minister has declared a one-month state of emergency. Here in the U.S., President Biden is promising assistance. For more right now, I want to bring in Misol Chevalier. She's the director of World Central Kitchen at Col de Chef in Haiti. Misol, thanks for joining us. First off, how are you doing?
And that's one of the mistakes that Levi, because the Haitians are Levi according to the scriptures. That's their true nationality. You know, that's one of the ways that they're going off, man. See, the Lord jacks up people behind them doing evil. And, you know, it's not going to change. You know, they not going to change. So the reasons of why they getting jacked up ain't going to change, you know? You know, so.
How's your family doing right now?
Thank you for having me. Right now, for God, thanks God, my family is okay. Because this year.
And they don't even worship the true God, neither. That's another reason why they getting jacked up, man. But I'm going to play the clip.
This time, the earthquake didn't hurt Port-au-Prince. We are in Port-au-Prince. And the southern part of the country is very badly hurt. And then,
Misol, give us an idea right now of the situation there. What are you seeing in the streets?
In Port-au-Prince, it's very calm. But the news from Lekai, from Jeremy, is very, very bad. Lekai, Jeremy, Pestel, very, very hurt by the earthquake. And people are still under the wound.
You say that the quake leveled your son's home. Where is he, and has he been able to find shelter or aid?
He's in this is my adopted child. He lives in Lekai, and his house is completely down, completely. Thanks God he's alive.
We know that Haiti was already dealing with so much, the aftermath of a presidential assassination, the coronavirus pandemic, and I know that your country's still recovering from the earthquake back in 2010. So how is the community doing? And
you see, the Lord keep hitting them. And he's saying, what did he just say? He just said that they basically are going through so much because they're not taking heed to what the Lord is saying to them. And the prophets out, you know, through the spirit of party, how about smell shy? But they don't want to take heed, man. Yeah, so like this. All right, this is Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 19. It says, "Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment." Right, the Lord sending these so that the Haitians can straighten up, basically. It says, "But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges." Right, man. So they're not even taking heed. They're not even turning from the wickedness that they do. And you know that Levi, the Haitians, are known for for being Roman Catholics, and for voodoo. So the Lord gonna continue to jack them up until He come back and establish a righteous order. Where's my phone? Slocky, give me 1 second. All right, I'm going to play this clip. Finish playing it.
Trying to stay strong in these difficult times.
I really don't know how to describe it. It is very sad. It is very sad. It's very hard time for us. The people don't feel comfortable with the situation. Very sad. We don't know what to do. And now we're waiting for the bad weather. We have to deal with the bad weather. We haven't finished yet with the earthquake that happened in 1910. In 2010. So it is what can we are very desperate. It's a very desperate situation. I have a friend house was completely destroyed.
And I know we're also watching Tropical Storm Grace that could hit the island on Monday. Is there concern right now that as these rescue efforts are going on, that could make the situation even worse?
Even worse, because when it's raining like that, the water goes down, and you don't know, take everything down into the ocean. I mean, we are desperate. That's all I can say. I mean, to tell you the truth, I never in my life have a situation like that in my whole life. I'm 70 years old. This is the first time we are having that kind of situation in Haiti. Oh, okay, we are always having a problem, and then from then and there. This is desperate.
Misol Chevalier, thank you so much for talking with us. Stay safe and all the best to your family.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us, and God help us.
Ooh, that's why they going through that, man, because they don't believe in Yahweh Shema Shai. But I'm looking up the word amendment on the etymology. It's an early 13th century word, which means betterment, improvement. Century 1300, which is the 1200s, actually, of persons, correction, reformation. Right, so it's for them to correct themselves. The Lord is sending these plagues upon Levi for them to correct themselves, man. According to the Bible, though, not according to what religion they in. Uh, this is a religion of Haitians. In the Google, it says in Haiti, these rituals are commonplace. Voodoo is the dominant religion. One common saying is that Haitians are 70% Catholic, 30% Protestant, and 100% Voodoo. It said Lynn Warburg, a photographer who has documented Haitian Voodoo for over a decade. So, there's right there the witness that they be on. Religion in Haiti. Haiti, for much of its history and including present day, has been prevailingly a Christian country, primarily Roman Catholic, although in some instances It is profoundly modified and influenced through syncretism. Right now, let's look up this word syncretism. Syncretism is the combining of different beliefs while blending practices of various schools of thought. Syncretism involves the merging of assimilation of several originally discrete traditions, especially in the theology and mythology of religion, thus asserting an underlying unity and allowing for an inclusive approach to other faiths, man. So they going all the way the fuck off, man. They take from different religions and belief sets and combined it and come up with a name for it, basically. A common syncretic religion is voodoo, which combined the West African religions of the African slaves, because they're the same people. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, the so-called African Americans, the so-called Jamaicans, and the so-called Haitians all came over to America by way of slave ships. We all were in Western Africa together, man. But not only Western African, but predominantly, yeah, in Western Africa. It says, which combined the West African religions of the African slaves with Catholicism and some Native American strands. It shows similarities to Cuban Santeria. So they just combining things from different religions like Jake always do. And then come up with, whatever they, you know, get and worship it. The Constitution of Haiti establishes the freedom of religion. That's why this world is being judged the way it's been. And that's why Haiti is being judged the way it's been judged. And does not establish a state religion, although the Catholic Church receives some preferential treatment. Right. So they up under that Caesar Borgia spirit, that Serapis. Is it Serapis Christus? Let me look it up. Make sure. Yep. Yep, Serapis. They're under that vibration, man. Up under this that white um Christ, so to speak, man. And that's why they getting done the way they getting done, man. They religions haven't changed. Their way of life haven't changed. So each time we make these videos, or each time you see me my videos, it's gonna be on what they worship. It's gonna be on what they worship. It says for their corrections, the law, statutes, and commandments, according to Deuteronomy chapter 4 and 5, was given to us for our wisdom in the sight of the nations. It's gonna say it. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord commanded me. This is Moses speaking. That ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. When they was walking in the wilderness, man, they received the 10 commandments, so to speak, but the 613 commandments. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nation. So if y'all ain't got the law, statutes, commandments that's in the scriptures, then y'all stupid. Because the wisdom and understanding is from the Bible. In the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. And they're not saying that they calling us dummies. They calling us all bywords and proverbs. They call us all type of shit, man. Besides being a holy people, man. Besides, what does it say again? It says, which shall hear these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. And they don't say that about us. They don't say that about Levi, and they don't even think that we are of the same nation. So you know that you know that something's wrong. This is a Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14, verse 8. It said, "But that which is made with hands is cursed as well it as he that made it. He because he made it, and it because being corruptible was called God." And instead, Caesar Borgia picture, that so-called Jesus Christ picture of the white, of that white devil up there, man. For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High. It says, verse 10, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14, verse 10. For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it, right? Therefore, okay, verse 11, Slack it. Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of the Most High, in the creature of God, they are become an abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise. And our people are unwise. As she said in Deuteronomy, this is a wise and understanding people. Why? Because they had laws, statutes, and commandments. But Jake and them are unwise, and they're worshiping idols, man. So, the Lord is fucking them up and destroying them temples and everything that's going on over there, too. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and fornication is adultery, spiritual fornication, because we are married unto the Lord. The Black Stars, Native Americans, the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel are as a woman unto the Lord, Yahweh, right? So when we go off and worship other idols, that's spiritual fornication, man. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them, the corruption of life. Right. So that's how you corrupt yourself, by going to them idols. This is Genesis chapter 49, verse 5. Simeon and Levi are brethren. Simeon represents the so-called Dominican Republic, the Dominicans, and Levi are the Haitians, are brethren, right? Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations. And the instruments of cruelty is talking about that witchcraft, the voodoo. So that was prophecy about them, man. That they were going to be like that. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So that's prophecy what's going on with them. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the later time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And Levi is going through all type of miseries right now because of them wanting to worship voodoo. So, and the Roman Catholic doctrine and all this other stuff that they got over there that they worship, man. So with that being said, call law, Yahweh Shema Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.